Well, welcome. I'm back. I'm outside and it's a beautiful morning. Thought I would get out and do some yoga for you all before it gets too hot this morning. So let's sit down, find your breath, rest your sits bones into the earth, yielding and letting it support us. Soft gaze on the eyes, or you can close them. Allow my voice to lead you through today's practice. I've missed you, and I hope you're all doing well on this fine August morning. I was up last night and got the opportunity to look in the sky and see the meteors. They were beautiful. I was only out there for maybe a half hour, 45 minutes, about 2:15 a.m. So it was a clear sky here in Canton, Ohio. So breathe. We'll work on our shoulders today, a little bit on our quads today. Mine are a little bit tight. I hope you're getting out and moving, using this yoga practice as an adjunct to your physical activity. Let's extend our right arm out, dropping our left ear to our left shoulder and elongating a nice stretch, opening up the right side of our neck and breathing into that. 3 deep breaths. Placing that right arm back on the knee, the hand, taking our left hand out, dropping our right ear to the right shoulder. Taking 3 deep breaths. I notice my shoulders being very tight these days. We'll replace that hand. Extending our arms out, bringing your fingertips to your shoulders. And let's rotate those elbows. We'll start small and make them a little bit larger with each rotation. Maybe even bringing your elbows closer together in the front. Not fast, just deliberate. Let's do this 3 more times. That feels good. Okay, we'll stabilize and let's take them backwards. So, backwards as far as they go. Maybe feeling your shoulder blades coming together in the back. Feeling those shoulder blades. 3 more rotations. And bringing them to a halt. Taking the right arm down next to the hip and the left hand overhead. I've got a little bit of counter push. So I'm pushing the mat with my right arm and stretching into the right side with the left arm. Breathing, taking the left arm down to the side, to my hip, taking that right arm overhead, pushing into that left, stretching through that right side. Nice. Taking the left hand, placing it on our right knee, twisting the spine, taking your gaze over the right shoulder for 3 deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. One more. Rotating, bringing the right hand over the left knee. Taking your gaze over that left shoulder. 3 deep breaths. And coming to a neutral spine. Let's change our legs, cross them the other way, taking and walking our fingertips forward in a forward fold. Breathing into that, feeling that stretch through the shoulders as well as in the sacrum. Walking back up and taking the arms in front of us. And we'll bring our hands and our elbows back and forward. Back and forward with your breath. One more time. And we'll leave them out front, rotating your wrists. And the other way. Nice. Okay. Putting our hands or our fingertips back on our shoulders. Let's rotate like an airplane to the right and left. Notice your spine. You're elongated. You're not slunched over. Got a nice, tall, stacked spine. If your elbows don't go to your hips, that's okay. Just bend and open. We'll do one more on each side. Okay, nice. Taking our hands out and our feet, extending them, shaking them out, taking our hands by our hips, sending our spine tall, flexing our feet, taking our gaze up to the sky. It's a beautiful morning, absolutely beautiful. and down with our chin to our chest. And let's look up and down. Do that a few times with your own breath. And we'll meet in a neutral position. Taking our ankles about hip distance apart. Let's rotate those ankles. One way. And the opposite. Very nice. And coming to a close. Bringing your right foot towards your left thigh. A figure four. Got a figure four here. And bending. You can also take a strap and bend over your knee towards your ankle, maybe grabbing your ankle, and forward fold, breathing into that. With each inhalation, noticing your stomach rising and your back rising, and then fold a little bit more. Very nice. No clenching of the jaw. And we'll come up and taking our peace fingers, putting them around our foot or our big toe, opening the right arm up to the sky. Breathing. No clenching of the jaw. And then we'll come up. We'll do a twist, bringing the right hand over the left knee, twisting. And you can take your arm up. If this is not comfortable, you can bring it to your shoulder or place it in the nape of your back. Nice twist. Coming out of that, we'll take that right leg down, bringing the left leg up, placing the foot by the inner thigh, and figure four, sitting up straight and slowly moving into that right leg. Breathing. Do not hold your breath. Slowly releasing, coming out of it. Taking your strap around the ball of your right foot or your peace fingers around your toes. Noticing your posture and your spine, opening up to the left side. So I'm sitting more on my right sits bone than my left, but both of them are stationary. If you find yourself during the practice clenching your jaw, place your tongue on the top of your mouth or the roof of your mouth on the soft palate. We'll come up, taking our left hand over the right knee, extending the right arm back and open. Nice twist. Again, if this is too much for your shoulder or your arm, you have some alternatives here. And we'll release out of that, bringing the left foot forward, forward fold, again, putting your strap around the balls of your feet, folding into that forward fold. Breathing. One more breath. Slowly coming out. Nice. Nice. Very nice. We'll transition to tabletop. Extending those fingers slightly in front of the shoulders, knees about hip distance apart, toes can be tucked or resting on the mat. We'll do some cat and cow. Not fast, but deliberate. With your breath. And let's wag our tails. So let's go over to the left and right, back and forth. You can take your gaze towards your tail, side to side. Very nice. Coming up on our knees. We'll do a little love for our feet today. Tucking our toes under, coming back, resting on our heels, really opening up those toes, the arch of the foot, get some love. We won't stay there too long because I know it's not the most comfortable sometimes. Coming back down to table, and let's take that foot up to the sky, our knee at a 90-degree angle, and let's pulse it up to the sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll bring that down, and we'll take the other one up. And at a 90-degree angle, we will pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. And placing your left hand in the center of the mat, taking your right arm up to the sky and threading it through the needle. Resting that shoulder. Very nice. Breathing, one more breath. Unfolding out of that. Taking the right hand in the center of your mat. Taking your left arm up to the sky and threading it through. Breathe. One more breath. And we'll unfold. Okay. Now going up into the table, we're going to tuck our toes and we'll go into puppy dog. So pushing. We'll hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees down, toes together, child's pose. Couple deep breaths. And on your third breath, we will push down up into downward dog. Walking our feet out. Walking. Shaking our head. And taking our right leg up, bringing it down. Taking our left leg up, bringing it down. Walking our feet forward. Forward fold, halfway up, forward fold. Stepping the right leg back, bending the left knee. You can also bring the right knee down if you'd like. Placing the left hand next to the foot, taking the right arm up. Twisting and twist with your hand in the back. Don't clench your jaw. Placing the right hand next to the left foot. Again, you could be up off your knee or on your knee. Taking your left arm up, twisting to the left. Bring that hand back down, bringing the right foot to meet the left foot. Forward fold, halfway up, forward fold, bending the knees. Arms up, overhead to prayer and heart center. Couple cleansing breaths. Arms up, swan dive down, exhale, taking the left foot back, planting the hands on both sides of the right foot, bending the right knee. Left leg can be straight or knee can be planted on the mat. Taking the left arm off the mat, taking it to the sky. Do not clench your jaw. Placing your left hand next to your right foot, taking your right arm up and your gaze to the right. And you could put your knee on the mat if you'd like. Bringing your right arm down. Walk your left foot next to your right foot. Forward fold. Halfway up. Forward fold. Bending the knees. Bringing the arms up overhead to prayer and heart center. Nice. Very nice. I'm going to face the camera and scan the body. Just scan mountain pose. When you have mountain pose, you're sturdy. Nothing activates you. Your vrittis are calm. Okay. Let's go up on our tiptoes and go down into a little ball. When our fingers brush the ground, bringing them up overhead, sitting in our invisible chair. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When we're sitting down, we want to check our knee alignment. So we'll do this again. Let's go up, stand on our tiptoes. Let's go down into a little ball. When we bring our hands forward, brushing the ground, finding our seat, checking our knees, sitting down a little bit more, and coming up. Ooh. Okay. Taking our feet about hip distance apart and our hands to prayer. Let's move those shoulders again. We'll do clockwise. 3, 2, 1, and rotate the other way. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now with our hands pressed together, let's make sure we keep them pressed, and we're going to point our fingers out and towards us. Notice the little flexion in your elbows and forearms with this movement. 2 more times. Nice. We'll shake that out. Standing with your feet hip distance apart. Let's just take our hands and twist very gently. Very gently. Twist. Taking our toes and rotating them, our heels off the ground, maybe even more. And we'll come to a halt. with our feet, yielding. We'll do some balancing. So we'll lift and lower. Let's start with our left leg. We'll lift and lower a few times. And then when you find your balance, take your hand and wrap it around the knee. Okay? So we'll lift and lower. I'm starting with my left leg, but you can start with either. And when you find that drishti, that focal point, taking the opposite hand overhead, holding, focus. Take your arm out to the side, back overhead. And if you even want a little bit more of a challenge, you can walk over the wall or a chair and dropping that knee back with the hand, grabbing the ankle and opening up. So just another option, your own practice, your own pace. We'll shake that out. Something to work towards. One side may be a little bit easier than the next. So let's try it now with our right. And lift and lower. Capturing that knee in the palm of the right hand. Taking your left arm up, overhead. Don't forget to breathe. You can always use a chair or a wall. When you feel like you can drop it, capturing the ankle and the hand, palm. Again, something to work towards. I'm not even there yet, but it's progress, not perfection. Okay, shaking that out. Let's go to the top of our mat and we'll gently sit down. If you need to use your hands, go ahead and do so. If not, whew. And let's start in boat. So we'll do boat pose. Hands can be supporting the back of your knees. They can be out to the side, whichever is your pleasure. Come down, hug those knees, hug them, rock a little bit. Ooh. Oh, I hear a lot of cracking. And we'll rock one more time. Come up to boat. Notice your back, hands, and let's tap our toes. Right, left, right, left. Back to boat. Get in our ball and rock. Very nice. And lay down in supine. Hands can be overhead, legs out extended, taking inventory of our arms, shoulders, neck, spine, hips, legs. Bringing our legs in hip distance. Let's do mat distance. And dialing our legs to the right, bringing our left arm down, and then dialing to the left. Right, left, right, left. One more on each side. Make sure you're breathing. Knees up in the air and bringing them in a little closer. Lifting your right leg up. Let's just massage it a little bit. Placing that ankle of that right leg over the left knee. Rocking that leg back and forth. And then bringing the heel of that left leg up to the sky. And just feel a little forward fold. Breathe through that. Bringing that foot down, unfolding, placing your hands on your belly, lifting up the hips and moving them a little to the right, just an inch. Dropping the right foot, left knee to the floor. Nice twist. Bringing it up, untwisting that, taking your left leg up. Massage that one. Placing the ankle over the knee, taking the leg up in the air, clasping your hands behind the leg. Nice stretch. Breathe. Breathe. Bringing the heel of that foot back down, lifting up the hips, moving them about an inch to the left. Dropping the foot and the knee. Nice twist to the right. Untwisting. Both feet down. And let's go up into a bridge pose. We're only going to do one of these this evening. Really pushing through though, and slowly rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Putting the heels together, bottoms of feet together, displaying your knees wide open. Taking your arms, moving your legs together. We'll extend the left one down to the mat, hugging the right one to the chest. Taking that right one in the right hand, opening it up to the right. So it's kind of at a 90 degree, maybe a little bit more extended. Hugging that right leg back in and sending it down. Bringing the left leg in, hugging it. Taking the left leg in the left hand. Opening that up to the left side. Closing that movement, hugging it in, bringing the right leg up to meet the left, and let's rock back and forth, giving our spine a nice massage. Back and forth. Might even want to get the feet, knees into it a little bit more. Nice. Okay, extending our feet down, about hip distance apart, displaying our feet open, palms up, hands to the side, noticing what parts of the body are yielding to the earth, the heels, the calves, allowing the energy breath to go into the various parts of our body. Moving up our legs to our hips and our sacrum. Noticing what parts of the spine are touching and where there's a little space. Feel a little space in the lumbar. My shoulder blades yielding, back of my arms, the triceps, my elbows, back of my forearms, back of my hands. Then I may just move my awareness to where my spine and my skull meet, where there's support, and breathing into through my nostrils into my mind's eye. Into Shavasana. With the next inhalation, start to move the fingers and the toes, the wrists a little bit, taking the arms up overhead and stretching as if the first time, waking up to a new portion of your day. Rolling on to one side, taking a couple of deep inhalations. And then moving up into a seated position. With our hands on our knees, let's do a couple spinal rotations. So we'll go counterclockwise, making them a little bit bigger with each breath rotation. One more in this direction. And then we'll start clockwise. Making them a little bit smaller. And finally, with an elongated spine, taking our arms out, reaching up, encompassing all the goodness in this world, bringing it down into our heart center. I thank each and every one of you for joining me in this practice. I thank the Maslin Museum for the opportunity. Namaste.